Hi, everybody. How are you today? Let me go ahead and play my opening. I accidentally hit the live button first, and then we'll get right into it. Hi, guys. How are you? Hi, everybody. How are you today? Okay, let's get right into it because we got some couple things, and I want to make sure that I get everything in today because usually I waste time talking too much, people. That's what I do. Okay, let's talk about today. We're going to talk about Diana Jenkins and Garcelle winning the lawsuit that I never even thought they had. Then we're going to talk about Cherry Ralph basically saying, without saying, she's saying she was assaulted years ago by a TV judge. And everyone just assumed it was Judge Joe Brown because she said it wasn't my fave, Judge Mathis. Then we're going to talk about Johnathan Myers. Lawyer came out yesterday and said that the charges were going to be dropped. Well, they're not dropped. And the word is they're not going to be dropped because he's in very, very bad trouble. Then we're going to talk about Eva Marcille. She used to be on the Real Housewives of Atlanta getting a divorce. That's never good, Eva. What should I start with first? Oh my gosh. I can't start. Let's do this. I was running late today. I was running late today because do you guys remember? So I get all kinds of things sent to me. Um, I get free wigs, I get free makeup, all kinds of things. Somebody sent cash, earrings, jewelry. I just get things sent to me in hopes of sponsorship. And a lot of times when uh, I get these products, they give you a lot of them for free, right? So I've gotten all kind of stuff. I'm laughing because someone wanted me to do like a sex toy. No, 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 no. I have to feel comfortable with it. But anyway, so I someone sent me this product. I'm not going to say the name of the product, and I loved it. So I went and got 5 of my own. So that's what I do. If I get like a purse or something, a outfit that I like, I'll buy 4 or 5 of them. Okay, I don't know. I've been doing this since I was a little girl. I will just so I don't run out. So I have a problem, by the way. Like I buy multiple things. Like one time, well, most of the time, I buy a whole box, maybe of like maybe 10 bottles of Febreze because I love it. It's I'm weird like that. I'm weird like that. Okay. So I ordered like 5 of those foundations, but I notice I keep breaking out. I think I'm allergic to the foundation. Like what? I keep breaking out in these red little dots. So that's why I was late. I'm like, what is this? It feels like sand on my face. I don't know if it's allergies or whatever, but I never had this before. And my eyes were swollen, like really swollen. So I put on lots of makeup and I'm not gonna zoom in. So somebody asked me, why do you sit back so far from the desk? I don't want to be up on the camera. I like to sit back. People are very critical. They'll just, I don't know. I just don't like sitting up on the camera, but I have a whole bunch of red dots on both sides. It's got my eyes really, really. Someone said it could be the makeup. Oh, I hope that's not me. I love makeup. I love makeup. Anyway, let me tell this story really quickly before I move on. Let's start with the Cheryl Ralph. She's an older actress. She was married. I mean, she was on the show Moesha. I know she's done a lot more than that. She really has, but I just can't think of what else she's done. Um, she's married to a guy named Vincent J. Hughes. He's the senator of Pennsylvania. He's senator of Pennsylvania, and she came on Angela Yee's show a couple days ago saying that no, that's the wrong one. That someone in her past, a judge on television, SA'd her straight out. That's what she said. She said it was a while ago. She confronted this man. He acted like he didn't do it. And so I don't see Sharrell lying. But anyway, everyone was trying to figure out who it was. She never said the name. Okay, so here's her with Angela Yee. Then all of a sudden today, this morning, Judge Joe Brown outed himself. Okay, he claimed that these are false accusations. First of all, Judge, okay, I know you're a judge and you seem pretty cool on television, but I can't vouch for anybody. I don't know you like that. Um, she didn't say your name. No, why are you tying yourself to the situation? She did not say Judge Joe Brown came out and did this. And it had to be years ago because this show has been off for a long, long time. I'm going to say maybe 10 years. Anyway, here he comes outing himself. He said, there are false rumors being spread that I mistreated a certain lady 25 years ago. So I knew it was a long time ago. I categorically deny. What does that sound like? Doesn't that sound like what's the guy on the Supreme Court, Judge Thomas, Clarence Thomas? I can't remember his name. I don't know all my Supreme judges, but I remember him saying that with the Anita Hill thing. I categorically deny both the accusations and acquaintances with the lady. The lady, we know who you're talking about. He said the rumors started with certain identified parties and spread. They ought cease and desist or contemplate a defamation action. First of all, okay, you should have just said her name, okay, because you are tying yourself to, there has been no other stories about a judge. She's the only one telling the stories. Okay, so you're tying yourself, then you're threatening her. Okay, I know a threat when I see one. You are threatening to send her a cease and desist. That is so dumb. You're a judge. You don't just threaten her with a cease and desist. And we all know that a cease and desist really doesn't mean anything. It's like you better watch what you say, or you're going to get in trouble. But you're a judge, so you probably should have sent it to her to keep this out the media. I'm just saying. Then he goes on. Perhaps some people get tired of BS after hearing too much. He's responding to everyone saying, well, is that you just outed yourself, basically. He says, P.S. Only a fool would think responding to this political targeting is simple-minded. So now he's trying to say that she's saying this because of politics, because her husband is a senator of Pennsylvania. What's his name again? Vincent J. Hughes. And he's running for office. He's a Republican. Vincent is a Democrat. This is crazy. People are dying, and punks have no concern for ending the carnage nor the efforts of sissies. Sissies. What the hell is it? SISSIES? Sissiness? What? To derail solutions. What? Perhaps her congressman husband has an interest in the matter as things pertain to defending his party's crippling grip on the area. Now, he's saying it's political. First of all, he's saying it's him. He's saying it that, yeah, she's the person he's talking about, even though she doesn't mention her name. And he's trying to tie it to politics. And the crippling grip must be the Dems. The Dems pretty much run Pennsylvania. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't see how this is helping. Well, I don't understand what he's saying. He's saying that because he lives in Tennessee. I don't know what he's saying. All I know is he's saying to me, he did it. I'm going to take that to mean you did it. And wow, Judge Joe Brown, I thought you were smarter than that. It makes no sense. But politics seems to turn grown men into teenagers. Okay. They get petty. and argumentative over crazy things. So maybe you know, uh Judge Joe Brown, who I respected, maybe he's regressing back into teenage years. It's just so that's what happened. And by the way, it's a very slow news day. So I'm just picking things uh that are there, not even that I'm interested in. Because at the end of the day, I don't think Sharrell lied. Hmm. But I don't. No, that would be too harsh if I said I don't care. I mean, this is gonna last for a while because the elections are coming up. So there we have that. Let's move on to the real reason I came on live, and that's this Diana Jenkins and Garcelle lawsuit. Now, this is very, very strange to me because I didn't hear anything about a lawsuit. I heard Diana, what I thought threatened a lawsuit, but I didn't hear anything else about it. And because this is what I do. This is what I do, people. I When I'm covering a show, and I don't do too much reality TV anymore. I'm just tired of reality TV. But when I cover a show, I report you everything about that show. When that show's over, I move on. Unless it's just something really, really good, like, who's getting fired, I usually move on. I don't just fixate on another show. Nothing's wrong with that. If you do that, that's, a lot of channels specify in one show. I don't do that. I do it while I'm reviewing it, and then I just move on. And it gets so repetitive that a lot of times I'll do a story and forget that I even done the story. Like, I don't harp on these things. So we all know that this season, Diana sent me a cease and desist. She was mad about whatever I was talking about. She sent a cease and desist. And I thought when the season was over, we move on because that's what I did. I've done Lisa Renna. You guys know how I am. If I'm doing a show, I'm going to tell you what I really think, which has been getting in a lot of trouble. You guys been hearing me complain about it. Like, people only want you to say nice things. Even if I see a show and I don't like it, I'll come out and say I don't like it, and then I always get the follow-up emails. You're trying to bring a person down. Da, 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 da. I don't care. You watch me. This is how I built my channel, on what I think. Then I give you a chance to say what you think. It's I'm having a huge problem with people if I say negative things about them. But I talk about whatever I'm talking about, then I move on. I'm not fixated with these people. I did a story on Tamar yesterday. Okay, I felt a hurricane, and then I moved on. Like, I don't give a damn, really. You're not in this is my job. So I moved on. Diana sent me a cease and desist. I moved on. Well, after the season, she kept sending me cease and desist. I'm like, I haven't talked about you. Like, maybe a month into it, she sent me another cease and desist. She kept sending me cease and desist. I wasn't that invested like that. So if she asked me to take a bunch of videos down, I just took them down and moved on because I don't think about you, none of the cast members, off season. And if I'm friends with some of them, I keep that a secret because that blew up in my face. If I say I talked to so and so, or this person's my friend, and then you guys will be like, you're just being nice because that's your friend. So I don't even tell you who's my friend and who's not my friend. I come on, I tell you what I think, and then I moved on. So I didn't even know that this was a real lawsuit. Okay, I thought she was threatening Garcelle. So remember, Garcelle said she suspected that it was Lisa. I believe she claimed Lisa Renna and Diana. And you guys got to refresh my memory. I'm going to read. I haven't read this, by the way. Perry handed this to me just before I went on. Of doing the bots against her 14-year-old son. What's his name? Jax. Jax. So I'm going to read this for the first time. And I can't see. So let me make it bigger. This is how big. See how big these letters are? Don't feel sorry for me. You guys have been begging me to get glasses. It says this all took place in LA. A judge has ruled that a lawsuit filed by former Real Housewives of Beverly Hills cast member Diana Jenkins in an effort to expose the bots who cyberbully Garcelle RHOBH. I cannot say your last name. You guys don't send me emails about it. A 14-year-old son does not provide evidence to support Jenkins' single claim for false light invasion of privacy. False light invasion of privacy. What? Okay, I didn't even know anything about that. I've never heard of this kind of a charge. It says Van Nuys Superior Court Judge Virginia Keeney made the finding Monday while denying a request by Jenkins' attorney for a broader order to uncover the people behind the false Instagram accounts used to send 14 racist messages to her former co-star's offspring. This is interesting. I would have thought she would have sued her for defamation. But invasion of privacy? And this is Diana's lawsuit? She's taking Garcelle to court? Huh? I'm confused. What? First of all kind of things happen during the season. On reality TV, you have people that put hands on each other. You've got people that argue and reveal secrets, and it's just vicious. The world of reality TV is very, very vicious. But usually on their off season, that's just what it is, an off season. Let's see what Bonji's saying. Hold on. Send me your P.O. box. I want to send you cute readers. Okay, Bonji, I'll give it to you because this is just too big. These letters are too big for Bonji. Thank you, Bonji. I'll send it to you. I don't know. Let's keep reading. This whole thing has got me confused. One more. Hold on. Send me. Oh, that's the same one. Okay, thank you. Okay. Jenkins' attorney had asked the judge to allow them to serve deposition subpoenas on Comcast cable. What? Okay, let me keep reading. Comcast Cable Communications, Verizon Business Network, Colo Crossing, Scaleway Inc., Interconnects Inc., LeaseWeb USA Inc., Empower Communications Corp., and B2 Net Solutions Inc., also known as Severnia Severmania USA Inc. Keeney heard arguments on March 23rd and took the issues under submissions before ruling Monday. I would have looked into all of this if I knew that there was even a lawsuit. I should have even brought Ronald Richards on. You guys know that Ronald Richards is representing Janet Jackson now? Wow, that's really, really good for him. Anyway, I don't even understand the premise of the lawsuit. A lot of times when it's off season, that's just what it is. Maybe I don't even understand why she brought this to court and how she thought she was going to win. The judge had previously given Jenkins' lawyers authority to present a deposition subpoena Meta Platforms, which is Instagram. But Jenkins' lawyer said the information obtained was still insufficient to identify the perpetrator. So she doesn't even have any, I guess she wants to prove that it wasn't her. I'm confused. Oh, and maybe this is the reason she's fired. Because I know Bravo, any network, does not like lawsuits. They just don't. I mean, Candace suffered dearly for bringing one against Monique. Do you guys remember that? Jenkins' attorneys maintained their client had an action for false light invasion of privacy claim because the offensive comments about the boys were posted with the intent to portray Jenkins as the one who directed, orchestrated, participated, and approved them. But the judge just agreed, saying she should not find a case that allowed such, now I don't know, attenuate, attenuate, I don't know, I can't pronounce that, facts to support Jenkins' claims. The reasonable takeaway from anyone reading these posts is said that they were created and posted by rabid fans of the program who were supporting Jenkins in her ongoing, highly orchestrated feud with the boy's mother on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, the judge wrote. I'll get to this in 1 second. Had the individual or individuals who posted these messages created posts that made it appear that there had been authorized by plaintiffs. So I get what she's saying. Whoever posted these did it with the intent to make it seem like I posted them, but I didn't. But there's no way to prove who did it. This is why this case, she lost the case. I don't understand. Had the individual who posted these messages created the post that made it appear that they had been authorized by plaintiff, the situation would be different. Yeah, if you could show who proved them, who posted them. There's so many people on the internet, but the users posted these messages with their own user identity, photo, fonts, and spelling, and unique writing styles. The judge furthermore said that while some of the postings are vile and hurtful, none show they were written by Jenkins or posted at her direction. I'm confused. I'm going to have to bring people up. The Instagram users who posted these comments used their own monikers, none of which include plaintiff's name. That's right. So we could assume that it's Diana, but there's nothing to prove that there is Diana. I don't know. But a couple things are weird to me. The season was over. Was there really that big of a need for a lawsuit? I'm not understanding. I'm not understanding it at all. But anyway, Garcelle won. Really, really strange. Really, really strange. I think that, and I'm allowed to my opinion. This is my opinion. I think that the season was really rough for Diana. And it was really rough when all of those rumors came out and things like that. But she's not the only cast member to go through a rough season or have something revealed about them from their past or rumors put on them. That's just a part of reality TV. I think sending people cease and desist and suing people, it just didn't make any sense. It just didn't make any sense to me. But anyway, she's different. She's different. Maybe she was using her money to get what she wanted. I don't know. But anyway, Garcelle has won. But the true victim in all of this is not Garcelle, it's her son, Jax. I mean, he really took it hard, especially when it was alleged that someone sent him his mom's nudes. Who does that? And people have to remember, during those middle school years, your child might look like an adult because Jax is taller than his mom, but they're still children. They are still children. Did you hear that Denise, Kim, Camille, and Cynthia are filming for this season? I'm going to do a video on that soon as I'm done. I mean, this is going to be good. So I hear that. They spotted Kim filming. Denise came out and said she's back. Camille came on social media referring to it. And they brought Cynthia Bailey on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I had suggested that. Do you guys remember I had suggested that? I think Cynthia was boring. Sorry, Cynthia, on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I wanted her to beef it up and stuff like that. But when she got a divorce, I still want to see Cynthia win. So I can't explain my feelings towards Cynthia. I want to see her win. I don't wish anything bad on her. You know, they're saying that the divorce was allegedly he's cheating. What was his name? Mike Hill. Those are the rumors. I didn't want her to suffer. So I said, wouldn't that be cool if Cynthia would be on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? I can't explain it. You don't always have to love somebody and hate someone. There are different shades of gray in between that. So while I thought she was boring, she's a very, after she left, I realized big part of the show. You can't have everybody cuckoo. You need some people that are normal, and Cynthia's very normal, a supportive friend. I even felt bad for her when Nene dogged her out. um I like Cynthia, I do. So I was wrong at the time saying, oh, you're boring. Well, she was boring, but I still want to see her win. And she left the network respectfully. She didn't start cussing people out and outing people. She said, oh, I'm moving on to focus on my acting career. We all knew that was a lie. Okay, because Bravo lets you say whatever you want. She's very respectable. She still did what's the one where all the girls, all the older people get together and they go on a trip? Ultimate Girls Trip. She did a season of that. I think it was the first season she did it, because Kenya was on there. Kenya was, in her eyes, not treating her the way that she should. I've always liked Cynthia. And here I go going off track again. Y'all are mean. I like her and I don't want to see her win. And I have to remind everybody, I've been saying this for about 3 to 4 months now, maybe even 6 months. Like, I just review what I see on the show. That doesn't mean I hate Cynthia because I said she's boring, she needs to go. You might take it like that, but I'm talking about storylines, just storylines, okay? And so people need to calm down. And, I'm like a critic, a self-imposed critic. I'll tell you what the audience are thinking, or I'll tell you how I feel, and then you should improve on it instead of getting mad. Come on, guys. Not everybody's gonna like you. And I've been very honest, very honest in my opinions. So anyway, that's the story I came on live to do. Let's get over these other ones. What else did I have left? This Johnathan Majors. Now, this guy's supposed to be most remembered for his role as a Marvel in the Marvel series. Where's that picture at? I don't watch that kind of stuff, so I have absolutely no idea who Johnathan Major is, but I have several requests. Aren't you going to cover this story? I know a lot of people they have a lot of fans in the Marvel series. My daughter-in-law is one of them, and they're like, almost in a loving way, crazed fans. Okay, they are crazed fans for this series. I'm not that into it. Okay, but my daughter-in-law wants me to run this story because there are a lot of Marvel fans out there, and they want to know. Yeah, okay. So he also was in a movie called Art Man, The Wasp, Creed 3, and these. He's an actor. He's in a lot of movies. I just haven't seen any of these, and there's more, but I just don't know who he is. Not in a disrespectful way. I'm just saying I can't ad lib more because I don't know anything about this man. But it's being reported. Let me play this. So I'm going to play this clip. Make sure this is it. Of what's going down. Now, you guys know a couple days ago, he was arrested because he allegedly SA'd somebody. And they said that he knew this woman. And it feels like maybe they used to date or did date or something like that. And they arrested him and they released him. And then the alleged victim wrote 2 statements saying that he didn't do it to her. So she changed her story. Okay. Thank you, Suzanne, for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Super sticker. So let me go, and then we're going to talk about it because I don't want to. His attorney came out and said that these charges are going to be dropped. They have a video to prove that didn't do anything. And now it's being reported the total opposite. Let's hear this so we can get a refresher first.
One of Hollywood's fastest rising stars was arrested over the weekend here in New York in what police call a domestic dispute. Johnathan Myers is charged with multiple counts of assault and harassment of an unnamed woman. A lawyer put out a statement claiming there is evidence proving Myers is innocent, but there's already some fallout from the charges. The U.S. Army has dropped an ad campaign featuring Myers while the investigation plays out. Lilia Luciano has more on the story.
You put the gloves on my hands?
Actor Johnathan Myers, currently seen in theaters starring in the Creed and Ant-Man hit movie franchises,
Have I killed you before?
was arrested and arraigned in New York this weekend. Police say they responded to a violent domestic dispute involving Myers and a 30-year-old woman shortly after 11 a.m. Saturday. According to the criminal complaint, the NYPD said he struck the woman's face with his open hand, causing a laceration behind her ear, and grabbed her hand and neck, causing bruising. The 33-year-old actor was arraigned that same day and released without bail under a limited order of protection. The next day, Myers' lawyer said she expects all charges to be dropped, saying there is video footage from the vehicle where this episode took place, witness testimony, and 2 written statements from the woman recanting these allegations, which proves that Mr. Myers is entirely innocent.
And what does that video need to show?
Whether or not Myers engaged in any sort of physical behavior that would rise to the level of criminal behavior.
Myers is also featured in the U.S. Army's recently rebooted Be All You Can Be ad campaign.
And if you have the will to make the world the best it can be, the Army has a place for you.
But a day after his arrest, the Army's marketing office issued a statement saying it is deeply concerned and is pulling the ads until the investigation into the allegations is complete. Myers' next court date is set for May 8th.
The next hearing could be a pretrial motion, essentially, or it could be a statement of, we're dismissing the charges.
For CBS Mornings, I'm Lilia Luciano in New York.
Now, I just was reading the chat and someone said S-aid. No, I'm sorry. I said it wrong. Assault. It's for assault. Now, the victim recanted her story twice, but now there are pictures and I cannot show these pictures. Something happened to that woman. She's swollen. There's scratch marks. According to the police report, he did this. I don't want to trip the sensor. He did that really hard. There's marks on her neck. I don't know whose idea was it to come out and say that there's video to prove that he didn't do anything, and then to say that these charges were going to be dropped. That's the furthest from the truth. And I don't know if the attorney was, why would she say that? I don't know, but anyway, they're not being dropped. So I'll follow this case for you guys. She looked pretty bad assaulted. No one's going to do that to themselves. And she recanted. Does that mean he somehow got to her? I see a story here developing. Why would you recant when clearly something happened to you? And then he came out and alleged, or the attorney, someone alleged that she suffers from mental health issues. So this is interesting because somebody did it. Now we need to find out who it was. Very, very interesting. Sad. It's just sad. I wish I could show you the pictures, but I can't. I just can't. And sometimes I'll do it anyway, but not today. So we'll keep our eye on this case. Yeah, we need to wait for the whole story to come out before we pass judgment. Thank you guys in the chat for saying that. We really, really do, because these pictures, something happened to her. Something happened, but if she did it to herself, maybe they're trying to say because she suffers from mental health. I don't know, but we need to wait for more things to come out. And since they're not dropping it, this is going to court. It's very weird. Could she have done it to herself? It's possible. I won't put anything past anyone. And when I say I'm neutral on this case, I'm totally neutral because I don't know him. Don't know anything about them. And sometimes that happens, even if somebody's a big star. I just not into those kind of movies, and just I don't watch a lot of movies. So that's what happened. So let's all don't judge, and let's just see what happens. It's you guys are going off in the chat, so he's very famous. I don't know who he is. Let me make sure I got all my stories together. So right after this, I'm going to post a video about what's going on in the world of housewives. That's not working. Because a lot is going on. And I used to like to do my housewife stories in the morning, but I'm just going to do a still on it this afternoon because there's a lot going on with those crazy kooky housewives. All right, let's start pulling comments because I don't have any callers. See how when a star begins to rise, all sorts of wackos start trying to bring him down? Yeah. Ooh, hold on. I filled up quickly. Hold on, guys. Hey, Sebastian.
Hey, Sharrell, how are you?
Good. Hey, Denzel.
How you doing, Sharrell and Sebastian?
I'm good. How are you?
Hey,
Good.
Opinion.
Hi, Sharrell. Hi, Denzel. Hi, Sebastian.
Hey,
Hey, in my opinion.
Hey, Essence. Girl.
Hi.
You guys
Hey.
notice that Perry hasn't been on here?
yeah.
all week? It's because he's so busy with all of
Cutting
that
up.
other stuff. Essence, you got to watch Perry tonight. It's
He
crazy.
is a mess.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just my partner. Perry quit and hasn't told me.
I know. I was thinking, I'm like, I know you get online and you're like, when did Perry buy this stuff?
Like, where the hell is Perry? He actually said, not today. I'm busy. And he's been running around doing all his stuff. So Perry's got his own. And we got one more. Hey, Kaomi, how are you?
Shopping.
Kaomi? Kaomi? Can you hear me?
Hi, everybody.
Hey.
Hey.
Miss Parker, hello. All right.
Hello.
Hey.
Let's start with you, Sebastian. We got a lot going on. What do you want to sound off?
Okay,
first?
what's the first story that you did?
The
What was
first story I did was Cherly RHOBH.
Okay, Cherly RHOBH. Okay, I'm gonna say this. Number one, if you're gonna come out about someone, don't say their possible career and don't say their name. Because once you do that, then you let the public make assumptions and everything. But you know what? I am part of the public, and I hold the assumption that it probably was Judge Joe Brown.
Hold on. I got to interrupt you. I am so unprofessional. Bonji is like my assistant, and she reminded me I forgot to talk about Eva Marcille. Eva Marcille has filed for divorce.
Oh no.
She
what?
cited irretrievably. I cannot say that word. I can't say a lot of words, you guys, and I'm not embarrassed about it. Broken.
Irreconcilably or something like
Yeah,
that.
the word on the street is that he cheated on her.
What?
What?
No, he didn't.
Let me put a picture up so everyone can see.
Oh, that's messed up. That is
Eva
messed up.
Marcille is beautiful.
She
What
is.
are we looking for here?
Who would you cheat on Eva with? She has a golden
What
ratio
are we looking for?
She's a beautiful woman.
Who would you cheat on Eva with?
What? The word on the street is that he cheated?
Are you serious?
That's as dumb as Mike Hill. Cynthia was beautiful. What
Yeah.
They live in Atlanta.
He's stupid. He's stupid.
Since AJ was here yesterday delivering on some Atlanta stuff, how do we know if it was a guy or a girl?
Okay, that's what I was
Oh my
Oh.
God, no, it's not. No, you guys remember the rumors about Eva having an affair with Missy Elliott?
Yes, I remember that.
That's yeah, I didn't believe that.
I didn't believe that.
It was out there though, so we don't know. She could have went back home. And,
Nah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
So now we got to add that to the list, Sebastian. Okay, so go ahead. What do you want to sound off on first?
Number one, Sharrell, if you're gonna come out about something like that, you might as well just say the person's name, or because now the general public is just gonna make assumptions, and I do hold that same assumption as the general public that it probably was Judge Joe Brown because I said it once she said it. I said that on Diva's channel once she said it that same day. But now the fact that he's speaking and everything, threatening and stuff, it's too much. It's too much. If you know you didn't do it, then shut up. Second,
Right. That's
Right.
screaming guilty, isn't it?
it's
Yeah.
screaming too much guilt. It's screaming too
It
much
is.
guilt.
Yeah.
What are you trying to defend if you didn't do nothing? You just shut up.
Mm.
Diana, and this whole Garcelle thing. Listen, it should have never reached to that point. Okay, there should have never been a point where this little kid, he was 14 years old, getting messages. Oh, you're lucky I don't have my knee on your neck. It's only because you're a half breed. I remember those things.
Yeah, yeah.
It was just too much,
It
too
was.
much.
It
And I'm
was.
glad Bravo, if they did get rid of her, I'm glad they did. Johnathan Myers. Okay, this story. I'm just gonna say this. He has very big muscles, Sharrell. If he really did F this woman's face up, she would not have a face to even make a statement. Okay? She would not even have a mouth to make a statement, Sharrell. So I'm hoping that nothing really happened. And it's kind of ironic. His attorney is the same attorney for Jen Shaw. Just saying.
Oh, okay. That's
Yes.
wow. I don't know if I would pick that attorney.
This the second Jen Shaw person that got Jen Shaw attorney.
And Eva,
Hey, Diva.
Hey,
Eva, and Mike Sterling. Oh my God, this man took your daughter and adopted your daughter. But I'm gonna say this.
He did.
I don't understand how he would cheat on Eva, okay? Eva's the type of girl that you cheat on your wife with.
Oh my God.
Not the other way. Not the other way around. Not the other way around. I'm not
Only
condoning
Sebastian.
cheating.
He
I'm not
is too
condoning
much.
cheating. But it's the truth. It's the truth.
and I definitely
Eva
understand.
is the type of woman that you cheat on your wife with.
I understand.
Just like how some women say Michael B. Jordan is the type of man that you cheat on your husband with.
Yeah. They do say that. Do you think something is wrong? Let me watch how I phrase this. When a beautiful woman like Eva or Halle Berry keep divorcing.
Yes.
I don't want to be rude to her.
And I'm about to say what I'm probably gonna say, and I know I'm gonna get dragged. Diva, I know you already know what I'm gonna say. You know, I don't know how many men has Eva been involved with, but
well, she had that nut job. We could say Kevin McCall was not her fault.
Kevin McCall was not her fault.
No.
The only good thing that came out of Kevin McCall's situation was her child Marley, because she's adorable. That's the only.
Yeah. Yep.
She's adorable, but Eva, it's not a good fate. It's not a good thing to be, all over the place, just saying like that. But as I'm saying, it does not justify if he did cheat on her. As I said, Eva's not the type of woman you cheat on.
I know.
You're the type. That's the type of woman that you cheat with.
Yeah. And she seems to have an easygoing personality. She's likable. Did you guys like Eva?
Yes, I liked Eva.
I did.
I liked
Yeah.
Eva, but the thing is, Eva never learned. Wendy Williams told her this at an interview. You are going to end up like the others if you stay on reality TV. And bam.
Well.
She's not on reality TV anymore.
She's on the radio.
Yes, she is.
No, she's on the radio, and she's doing a Tyler Perry show. I can't think of the name of it.
All the Queen's Men.
Is it what it's called?
And it's very explicit too, by the way.
Oh, it is.
If you know what I mean.
It's real nice. I like it.
Okay.
She gets it down in that show.
She did.
Well, not everybody likes her in the chat. They're calling her messy.
And that's their
Eva
opinion.
is at home either.
That's true too.
She is at home.
That's true too.
Well, he is a politician, so
She should have stick to modeling. She should have never put herself.
Oh, Sebastian.
I'm just
but
saying.
you know what, Sebastian, you're gonna get up off of Eva. You know what, Sharrell?
Yes, Miss Diva.
Unfortunately, it's
Eva, I can't hear you.
You can't
Is
hear
it me?
She's kind of low.
I'm
Is
low.
You're low.
Okay, I'll call back.
Oh, there you go. No.
Oh, that's
No,
not
you good.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes,
You
Go
good.
ahead.
You
Go ahead.
know what, Sharrell? It seems like Atlanta got a little curse going on, right?
Mm.
Juice Adora.
Yeah.
Okay, Cynthia Belly and Mike Hill. and now it's Eva and Mike Sterling. Let me tell you something. I don't think looks have anything to do with it. A cheater is a cheater is a cheater.
Amen to that, Miss Diva.
And if he cheated on her, and then I'm proud of her for not staying in there for the nonsense like that. Mr. Scott over there from his stage saying with Rocky through thick and thin and all of that. You know what? If she had the courage to pick herself up and her 3 kids and leave that cheating person behind, then good for her. I'm proud of her, right? So now to this what is his name? His name is slipping my mind. The one from Creed. What is his name?
Johnathan Major.
Johnathan Major. You know what? This is a sad state of affairs.
I
don't know what to think of it. I'll say this: if it's true, then he needs to pay the price. You understand what I'm saying? If it is true. If it's not true, then I don't know why this video, because it happened in the cab. And see, he had too much to lose to be fooling around at some bar with somebody that he knew, if it's allegedly is true what they're saying, was emotionally not stable. Why are you fooling with this chick? Why would you go anywhere with her and be in a bar with her knowing that her mental ain't right? So allegedly on the cab ride home is when everything went down. So where's the driver? Let's hear this driver speak. Where's the footage? Because everybody has a cell phone. And listen, it's typical a lot of times for the female to go back and recant their story, right? Because you know how you and your boo had a fight and you mad at the moment, so you go down and you told the po on her.
Hold on a second. Yeah. Can everybody go on mute? Can everyone go on mute so we could hear? Somebody's doing some noise. Yeah. Go ahead, Diva.
So then you and your boo make up, and now you want to go down there and recant the story. But the problem is you can't recant the aftermath that's happening to him, right? And not only that, she could recant all she wants because they know that this happens typically with victims, right? They recant. So the state themselves can still carry on with the charges even though she recanted. So either way, the damage is done. The Army done pulled this thing and he has major projects in the work. And then he's involved with Disney and Marvel. So, they're not going to want that tag on their brand. Yeah. So he's messed up his whole bag. It's very sad. And the reason why the Army pulled that thing so quickly, Sharrell, is because they already got a lot of cases about, stuff like that, like they don't handle it well. So just the inkling of hearing that he could possibly be in a situation like that, they had to back away and pull the plug, right? So he had so much on the line. My thing is, you can't hang with everybody. Once you get to a certain level, Sharrell, if the people are not on your level, you can't mess with them. Mm-hmm. Just like, unfortunately, what was his name? Takeoff. You rolling dice with these people that's not on your level. They got nothing to lose.
But here's the thing, Diva. Where did these scratches come from? And I think people can suffer from mental illness, but where do you think they came from?
That the thing is, because if this really happened to this girl, is wrong. Because listen, he's a big guy and his body is sick, right? Nice body, big guy. And so my thing is, if someone that big does grab your hand, and listen, do I think it was a tussle? Now, how far the tussle went, I don't know. But do I think it was a tussle? I do. Yeah. Because the first article said that she saw him texting and being in communication with some other chick. So you know how it go down. Right. You in the car, your man there, who that texting you? And it's late, and they came from a bar, and drinking was involved, right? Yeah. And so all he had to do was grab her hand and say stop, and her hand probably swelled up.
But Diva, if there was some tussling, it looks like he's gonna go down for that. Because you're saying he's big, and maybe it's just, you're drunk, and I've pushed Perry before. Get out of here. Yeah. And he's grabbed me like that. Stop touching me. And that could leave some, he's done.
I'm hoping, though, Sharrell, that what he's saying is true, that she had an emotional breakdown. But the part that's not adding up for me is the alleged marks that were behind her ears that will represent doing like this, and then a laceration on her head, and then
so you seen the pictures?
I did see some of them.
And what are you thinking? What are you?
I never see them. Where are they?
They're on. I think it's the Shade Room or the Neighborhood Talk.
I don't know what to think.
Though did she do? Sebastian, go look at those pictures. Could she have done this to herself? I don't. Essence, I'm gonna go with you next because you might be getting off soon because Perry is going on right after that. What do you think about this, Essence?
I want to talk about the Diana Jenkins thing.
Oh, go ahead.
I'll
come back to you, Diva. Go ahead.
I hope I'm not interpreting it like inversely, but what I think happened is that Diana said that she was going to help Garcelle to find out who attacked her son. And in my opinion, I think she was doing that in order to be like, it definitely wasn't me because I'm helping. You know what I'm saying? However, in trying to do that, in pursuit of that, she asked the court to give her permission to subpoena Instagram to like basically like get behind like the walls and stuff and really like dig deep, I guess IP addresses and stuff like that. And so at first the judge said yes, if I'm interpreting the article correctly. At first the judge said yes, we feel like, you know, this is cause for that. And then the judge thought about it and said, you know what, no, like that's an invasion of privacy. I think that's what the article is saying.
But even with that, Essence, all kind of stuff happens during the season. And most of the time when the season's over, you just move on.
Oh, but it was a big deal, though. It was a huge deal, actually. It was actual uproar. It wasn't like Potomac uproar with colorism. It was actual, like, racism. We want to know who did this uproar. So Diana, knowing that the general public felt like she was behind it, she said, well, I'm going to help you figure out who it was. So what I'm assuming the article is saying is that she wanted to, like, go to the pages that actually sent the messages and kind of like do like a back end investigation, like IP addresses and stuff. And what I'm confused about is how is that a win for Garcelle, and why is Diana and they're saying that it's a breach of privacy. So someone else could step in, but that's the way I'm interpreting the.
So actually, she filed a lawsuit. I don't know if you saw the reunion special that they had. Well, the reunion they had the last season, but she filed that lawsuit against John Doe. So they didn't know who it was. So she just basically filed a lawsuit to sort of kind of, like you said, to find out who it is. And I didn't know about the whole subpoena and Instagram followers and that sort of thing or post.
Larry, would you care who it was after the season aired?
I would.
Well, she has she wants to maintain a certain reputation. She don't want to be seen as a racist because, you know, if all the other allegations she has against her, that's one more added on there, and it makes her look really bad, especially being that she does.
Because she made me take all her videos down.
Right.
Wow.
She did, and I learned from Tasha K. Just take them down. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Take them down.
I took them down.
Her reputation is like really in danger. Like she really could. I don't really think she could.
Hello.
Where'd she go?
She fell down.
Yeah, she left.
Go ahead, Larry. Let me thank this person real quick. Thank you, Schmoopy, my little Schmoopy. Thank you. I appreciate it. Schmoopy, I love you.
Right. Yeah. So I agree with. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, one more.
Yeah. I agree with the lady. What the lady just said.
One more. Just saying hello. I finally figured out how to send a super chat. Yay! I love your show. I will call in one day. Thank you, Sylvia. Go ahead, Larry.
Yeah, I was just saying I agree with what the lady who was just on just said. You know, unfortunately with Diana, she cares about her reputation and she'll go through, I guess, all lengths to try to protect it. Even if she's in the wrong, which in my opinion, I don't know if she had anything to do with it, but I thought that she probably thought it was funny until it wasn't funny anymore, where she started getting, you know, blamed and, you know, that sort of thing for racial, I guess, behavior or whatever. So, you know, that's why she filed that lawsuit against John Doe. And I don't really think it's a win for Garcelle. It's definitely not a win for Diana because she spent money that was unnecessary. So, yeah, that's where that is now.
Can we move on? She's not on the show anymore. I don't think. Do you think, Larry, her reputation took a hit after the season was over?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it did. She got kicked off of Housewives, so it did. And so,
Who thinks about that?
Yeah.
Like, maybe
It took a little hit.
It
But
did
her
not take much for
reputation
it.
wasn't all that before the housewives.
Right, and that's true. That's a good point. She didn't have a good reputation, but see, the thing is, most people didn't know those things about her. You know,
Right.
so
Yeah.
that's now it's like everyone knows that allegedly she has had some sort of prostitution ring, and now this whole
Make sure you
racism
say
thing.
that word. Say it
Exactly.
again. Allegedly.
Allegedly,
Like,
allegedly, right? So yeah.
Sebastian, you were whispering over there. You speak so softly. What did you say?
I can't find the pictures. One second. Diana has white privilege. Okay. She is not going to deal with any repercussions after everything that she said. She has literally came Philly Diva. Remind you that?
I remember.
For just saying, I can't believe these are the two same people. And she said, it must feel bad to be a black content creator.
I went back and looked at the tapes when I was taking them down. It was pretty bad. I should have took them down. Like I went in on her. Like, it was pretty bad. But I was pissed. I was so pissed. We were coming off of what's the Jenny Nguyen racist comment?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, so
That's why she
I
had
went
to
too
do
far.
this with Garcelle. You see, it was all interconnected. Like I would never stand by and allow racist remarks to be made and to have my name tied to it. And her being the Karen that she is, you know, she tried to put the money where her mouth is to prove her innocence indirectly, in my opinion. So she had to basically, and then, you know, Garcelle probably was not about to let her play with her son's name on camera and not make do of what she said behind the scenes. So it looks as if she actually went through with the investigation. My thing is, I don't understand why they're saying this is a win for Garcelle when it seems like Diana was trying to help her.
Well, you're right. I took it as a win for Garcelle, but it took you to sit on the show and explain it. I think people just automatically don't like her.
I don't think it was a win for Garcelle. And I'm going to say this. You can't sue. It clearly stated why the judge made that decision.
Right.
Due to the fact that these are bots. They don't have actual names. They don't have actual things that can tie them to a person because these are bots.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they function. Like I learned it in marketing as well in a course. They literally, people buy bots to promote their content to get more views and stuff, and sometimes to troll people.
You know what's really weird too? I'm looking at this as a TV show, as a job. I move on. I don't even think about those people till the season come up again. But this is their everyday life, and I guess it does affect their everyday life. And it's really weird because it was Lisa Rinna, Erica, and Diana at the Oscars.
Who is somebody cooking?
Huh? At the
Is
Oscars.
somebody cooking or washing
Yeah,
dishes?
everyone try to go on mute. Someone is being.
Yeah.
That's me, y'all. I'm doing my beauty routine.
Well,
Oh.
you go on mute until you come off. I don't know. I don't even want to talk about that show. Beverly Hills. It's going to be a good, different, upcoming season because I hate to say it, Lisa Rinna's gone. She's given us a break.
Thank you.
They said they seen Kim. Kathy Hilton's sister, Kim Richards, filming.
Mhm.
Is she clean?
What's that?
Is she clean?
Sober?
Yeah, she's clean.
Sober.
She's sober, and maybe this will be good for Kyle to try to right her wrongs the way she treated her sisters. I'm hoping this is a peaceful season of in depth like it used to be because it just got out of hand. Anybody else want to talk about it? Okay, we're done. All right.
I want to say this. Number one, Beverly Hills needs to don't fabricate drama anymore. I don't want them to be doing their little meetups, have their little side conversations, little group chats with each other, separate groups. It's just too much. The mean girl stuff is too much.
Yeah, I agree.
Stop. Be authentic.
It's a mean girl in every on every housewives though.
Very true. Very true.
Not like this. Lisa Rinna was a rare breed. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was
Yes.
I feel like Giselle,
Very
Giselle
different.
is her kind of person.
But she
Giselle,
wasn't violent.
You think Giselle would do the underhanded things?
Yes.
Oh no, I don't think Giselle would go
No,
that
I don't think.
Well,
No,
Sharrell,
no.
she did go kind of low with the Chris thing.
Yes, she did.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
she went
forgot about that.
low.
She
That
did
was
go
low.
low.
That was gutter low.
That was disgusting.
Yeah.
But she
Yeah,
didn't
but
make
I
it
don't
up.
think
She
she's
didn't make
lower
that up.
than
That had some
Lisa.
truth to it, though. Lisa literally
Yeah.
makes things up.
What
Yeah.
truth? Okay. Okay.
Oh,
It's
didn't-
nobody worse than Lisa and Jen Shaw. Jen Shaw violent. Jen Shaw would beat you up because I don't care what nobody thinks. She gave that girl a black eye.
ooh.
Well, they're saying Jen Shaw had a year taken off.
I
Yes,
saw that.
A year ticking off.
Yes,
That
she
is,
did.
yeah.
The
That
thing is,
person is
saw that.
privileging.
Miss Esquire explained it very well. She said something about how like a lot of white collar crime committers like to be sent to that facility because there's an RDAP program, which is like a rehabilitation thing for like D's and alcohol. So they tend to get a year stricken off their sentence, and that's why.
Oh.
Didn't Martha Stewart go there?
Well, Martha
I
Stewart.
don't know.
Martha Stewart never spent a year in jail. Martha Stewart spent a couple months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Jen.
Elizabeth Holmes is there. Elizabeth Holmes is supposed to be there, or is there
What did
already?
she do?
Oh, she's the creator of Theranos. You know that technology thing that they were saying. Oh, with just one drop of blood, we could do so many things.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah.
That
Wow.
sounds morbid.
It's crazy. I mean, I feel like Jen Shaw is trying to stay relevant. I like you, Jen. I don't have anything wrong. You didn't do any. Well, okay. How can I word this? You didn't do things wrong, but I like the way that you treated Uncle Ernie off behind camera and stuff. You were really sweet. I mean, I'm not older, and I didn't. Okay, never mind. But
You never
I
know.
just
She
want you
probably
to-
took some from him too.
That's right. That's right. That's the truth, Sharrell. You can't say that. You don't know exactly what she did or didn't take from Uncle Ernie.
You never know.
Well, anyway, I just want Jen Shaw to go do her time. I don't want Sharif coming on giving us updates on what she's doing in prison. I don't care. I'm not trying to be mean.
I don't like Jen. She keeps on saying, "Oh, they pulled GUNs on my black children." Well, heifer, you're the one who did a crime for them to raid your house.
Right.
Right.
You guys look
Right.
at this.
Oh,
This
now
wig
she's
doesn't look
surprised.
good on you, Sharrell.
Oh, that was mean. That was mean. Mean. Oh my God.
Oh,
You
what's
know the
wrong
girls
with
keep
your
coming
wig?
right here.
Your
That's
your
a
wig
troll.
looks fine,
That's a
Sharrell.
What's wrong with
troll.
your wig?
You know they be sending the trolls for your
That was
hair.
a troll. That was a
I
Oh,
know
troll.
you think it's a
so.
troll? It's
Yeah.
Girl, I would
whatever.
have told you if your wig wasn't right.
Thank you, girl. Who's gonna be on Wig Patrol? No, I'm just playing. Let's move on. So, okay, we got Diana and Garcelle. We got Cherly RHOBH. Anyone want to speak on that? Because
Oh yeah, you know what? Let me
I
speak
do.
on this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
who's
Okay, so let me speak on this Sharrell RHOBH thing. First of all, listen, I do agree everybody has the right to their opinion and when they want to say things and so forth and so on, right? Here it is 900 years later, and she going to come out and talk, but she
Not
really
900.
gonna talk, right?
yeah,
She
yeah.
going to allude to who it is. So when you say it was a judge and it did, even whether black, white, yellow, or orange, back in that time period, it wasn't too many judges. And then you're going to
Right.
specifically say it wasn't Judge Mathis. So in that case, you're saying that it was this man.
It
You
was
said
Judy.
Right.
It was
Judge Joe
Yeah.
Brown. So my thing is, say what you say. If you're going to say it, then say
Yep.
it. So of course he is pissed. Now listen, I'm not going to say this. Allegedly, he's been in the past accused of some of those things.
Really?
Hey, stop. What are you talking about?
What?
Judge Joe Brown. Google it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Yes, and this the thing. She had a gag order put in place too. That's the reason why she never came forward. She said they told her she would never work for them, and because he worked on a famous, really high-powered production company, she couldn't say nothing. She asked to say something. They wouldn't let her say nothing. This was the best way
Wow.
she could get it out to the public without saying his name and damaging her role. Let's not
Wow.
forget, Cherly RHOBH has been on countless of shows. Okay, so she wants to keep it coming, and right now she's on Abbott Elementary.
Right.
So
Okay,
wait,
so
opinion. You think Cherly will go gutter low?
well, see, this is the thing. Okay, I think Cherly has been overlooked for her acting ability for a very long time.
Right.
Okay, let's not forget she started on Broadway in Dreamgirls. She was the
Right.
original Dina. Okay,
Right.
so
Right.
this woman has all these accolades, and she's just now getting the acknowledgement that she deserves. She so deserves. Okay, and then to have her have a gag order for all these years, and now she finally come out and speak her truth because she feel like I didn't got the accolades. If you take this career from me right now, I have my accolades to fall back on. You see what I'm saying? She's telling them, you're not gonna keep me silent forever. You may have kept
Right.
me silent when I
Right.
didn't have no power, but now I have my power. You're not gonna take it away from me. And for that, I'm standing 10 toes down with her. Okay, let me tell you something. As a woman, we get in these careers, and these men feel like they can do any and everything to you. She said she walked in the room. He grabbed her, pushed her up against the wall, and pushed his tongue in her mouth.
That's
That's
disgusting.
not disgusting, and that you felt like you had that ability. And she said when they was at a dinner table together, she said it in front of everybody, and everybody said, you can't talk about that.
That's disgusting.
But see, you gotta think about it. Back in those days, you had to shut up. They was like they were threatening those women, like we will ruin your career, we will do this, we would do that. So a lot of times they did. They kept it quiet. They really did, and it might have been
Wow.
to their best interest if they kept it quiet because when those men they were rich and powerful. You take them to court and they would run your name through the mud. They would bring people in and say you was a whore, just stuff like that. So
Damn.
she did have to keep it quiet. She
Wow.
did it when she felt like she could because see now a lot of women can come out and say these things. So he's over there fussing and puffing about it, but he knows damn well he did it because that wasn't the first female that he's done that to. And you can
Wow.
expect
That's messed
more
up.
probably to come out.
I didn't hear the rumors that he's a creep. I didn't know that. How long have you heard these rumors, Diva?
There's 15 other women that said they had the same
That's right.
allegation.
That's
15
right.
other women that have either worked with him, worked on set with him, have been one of his bailiffs. I think
His
one of his
bailiff,
bailiffs
that's what
came
I'm
loose.
gonna say.
My
Yeah.
His
God,
bailiff.
this is a whole.
They talked about
allegedly.
How he
alleged
roped them.
allegedly they
Wow.
said they made it a very hostile work environment for women, and that was the reason why his show went all men. You remember at first he had a woman bailiff, that white lady,
Right.
I
and
remember
then
that.
and then he
Yep.
all of a sudden he switched to all men. Every time it
What?
was a bailiff, it was all men on his show, and nobody knew why.
Wow.
It was because he had allegedly two cases of SA that came across their desk, and they didn't want to do anything about it. So what they did was they gave them women bonuses and rolled them out and put men in those places.
Sharrell, he was being a Donald Trump. He was grabbing women's cat up in there, allegedly.
Is this
That's
a whole,
disgusting.
this is a whole nother Cosby situation? Oh my God.
I'm so blown away.
Sharrell, can I ask you a question? What
Yeah.
was it? The UPN network?
Oh, that he was on. I can't remember. It was so long ago. I can't remember.
Wow, that is sad. That I feel sorry for Cherly Ralph, and I feel sorry for her and the other women. That is sick. He's sick.
That's okay, because Shirley Ralph is a strong woman. You
Yes,
best to
she
believe
is.
that.
Yes, she is.
All I can say is you never know the situation because none of us was there to witness it. However, I started looking at him with a different eye when he started being on Kwame Brown's YouTube channel when he was becoming really militant.
Judge,
And
this one on Kwame's channel?
he used to be a commentator up there, and he just was just a real a real
Drunk.
patriarch, and I don't know, he didn't come across as a nice person.
But I like
that's
to say
fake
this,
information. So if there's some truth to it, if she got any record from however many years ago and he wants to go down a rabbit hole of defamation and she can prove that he did that to her, then he's putting his own foot in his mouth.
But a hit dog will holler every time.
Right.
A hit dog will holler, and
Exactly.
and he hollered. if it wasn't about him, he should have just shut up, remained quiet. But he got mad and went to the press and threatened to sue her because what she said went down his spine.
They ain't
This
gonna
is
do nothing.
overwhelming. I didn't know he had this bad reputation. All of this about sending the women cast. Whoa. I didn't know. Ooh, child. That's why I love taking callers. I would have never known. I love taking callers. He's a jerk. I didn't even know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now he wants to run for office? No,
Can I
no.
address something?
Ain't nobody letting him run.
People in the chat keep saying, "Oh, we are assuming it's him because he's black and Cheryl's black." No, that's not what we're assuming. That's not why people are assuming it's him. It's because there were only very few TV judges that were famous, that were male. It was either Judge Mathis or it's Judge Joe Brown. And she clearly stated it was not Judge Mathis. So this is why people are assuming it's him.
And
Listen,
then he
all
told
we
on
did was the
himself.
elimination. He told on himself. We just
Yeah,
did
he
the
told on himself.
elimination process.
Yeah, we don't have to say anything. He the one who told on himself.
And it was just easy to do the elimination process because if she said it wasn't Judge Mathis, it was only one other judge.
Well, hearing these rumors that I'm hearing now, he's got a lot of nerve coming forward and then trying to switch the narrative, talk about it's because of politics. No, it's not.
And he's threatening too.
And he's threatening. Does he have any children that you guys know of, or a wife?
That's a good question.
He has 2 kids.
He has two.
Yeah,
he has two ex-wives.
Yeah, right. I think he's divorced.
Oh,
he has 2 kids, and
he might have remarried. I'm not too sure, but I remember him divorcing a couple of times.
I mean, some of the chat is saying it was Judge Judy husband and Judge Wapner were also judges on TV at that time. But they said black judges. They said black men. I mean, come on, y'all. Y'all get it together. Process of elimination. That's why we got to.
Thank you.
You know what?
We need to.
I'm sorry,
Diva. Go ahead. Diva.
I'm sorry, Dada. You know what? Here's the thing, right? Listen, I don't disagree that something happened to her, right? And I don't disagree that it possibly was him. But the thing is that when everybody wants something to play out in public opinion, that's where it becomes not right. Right. So my thing is, if you're interested in saying something about this now, do it in the proper way, in the proper channels, right?
Exactly.
Because you can alert a whole lynch mob and crazy people to take it upon themselves to do whatever. And I think that is the reckless part about it. So yes, I will say 100%. This has happened in the industry. We know it happened because Bill Cosby is one of the perfect examples. But let's be clear, there was a lot of men that have done it. There's people that do it in corporate America. So my thing is, it is, if you're going to do this, then you should do it right. If you want this person to, to have to take responsible for what they did way back then. But to go on the show and say it in a sensational way and then say, oh, and by the way, it wasn't Judge Mathis. So now you kind of having this lynch mob mentality of everybody trying to figure out, well, who is it? And they start saying all these names. They said the same situation when it came to TJ Holmes and Amy RHOBH, right? Because they said one girl name and not another, people started, it was a rampage over there at ABC because people was accusing people and pointing at people saying, oh, she was the one, this was the one. So all I'm saying is, of course, everybody has the right to tell their story, but you can't be reckless when you tell your story because you can start a whole bunch of other problems. And this is just my opinion, right? You can start a whole bunch of other problems by doing that. So, it's like me getting up here. Well, it wasn't Sharrell. Like,
yeah.
And the way I describe it, it could only be 2 other people that could possibly be it. And now people are making all kinds of assumptions and doing all kinds of things. I'm just saying 2 wrongs don't make a right.
I want to.
But Diva, didn't nobody tell Judge Joe Brown to come out and say, he didn't do it neither.
Well, he had to, because everybody was putting the word out on the street that who she was talking about was Judge Joe Brown. People,
let me read two different comments because I want everybody to be heard. Judge Joe Brown is running for Memphis mayor as an independent this year. That's absolutely correct. But word is he leans towards Republican. And then here's the opposite side. She's trying to sell her book. What a mess. What book?
Yeah, what book? Is she?
I clutched my pearls when I saw that. Oof.
Is there a book out that I don't know? I'm going to look into it. Anyway, you guys, I can't go over today because I don't want to cut into Perry's time, but this was an interesting conversation. Thank you, panel. It's like this. We're like a crew. I love it.
Great show, Sharrell.
Did y'all figure the name out yet?
What's that?
Did y'all figure the name out yet?
No, do you got something? I do.
I forgot the name we threw at you the last time.
I need a name for my chat, the people, supporters. I don't know.
Hey, Sharrell, I think somebody put in the chat about the name. I think somebody said the Sharrells. I don't know.
Like the singing group?
The singing group,
Sharrell. Maybe, I don't know. But anyway,
do you have a catchphrase or a slogan?
What?
Like, do you have a catchphrase or a slogan?
No, I don't. That's what we're trying to get. I need a name for my supporters. I need a name for, the People's Channel. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I got to go, though, because I don't want to cut into Perry's time.
Okay.
If you guys are following the Jaguar Right crazy story.
Oh, my gosh.
No, it's
a mess.
I'm done with it. But
she's doing things for attention and likes and views and stuff right now. She's getting on my nerve. Now she's stalking Erykah Badu.
That's why I stopped. But I got to promote my husband's channel. If you're into it, head over to Perry's channel today. It was a hot, stinking mess today. All right, you guys. It really was. 2 directors have spoken out. Bad behavior from Majors.
What?
Wow.
I know. This is crazy.
I'm going to need to go check it out.
It's not looking good, Sharrell. It's not looking good.
All right. Thank you guys for calling in. I appreciate it.
Good night, Sharrell and Diva and everybody.
Good night, y'all.
Bye, Sharrell.
My opinion. Bye, everybody. Don't forget to click that like button on your way out. I love my show. I like my show. That sounds egotistical. I love my show. But everyone, please don't forget to click that like button on your way out. If I didn't get to your call backstage, I do apologize. I want to thank everyone for your super chat. You don't have to support the channel, but you do. Got my Diva. I love it when you call in.
Oh, I love it
really,
too.
really do. All right, let's say bye on 3. 1, 2, 3. Bye, guys.